I love Kody, but I never wanted to live monogamy. And it feels like more and more that's where it's kind of headed. And I feel angry. I'm really angry. I wanted to live pro marriage. And I feel like I'm starting to feel a little tricked or something. Or like people are making decisions for my life that I did not choose. It's making me very angry and very depressed.
Oh my God, we just did our live on Patreon about Sister Wife Season 18, Episode 7. And y'all, we did not know that Robyn dropped this major bomb on us. Apparently, she feels tricked by Kody, by him forcing her into monogamy and making decisions for her life that she never signed up for. Ooh. Is this why Robyn has been having these mental breakdowns? Like, is this does this all make sense? I don't know, but y'all, it is Mary. And we invite you guys to like, subscribe, and comment down below, because I could not believe it. We literally just did it, and I was just like, we have got to talk about this, because maybe I don't know. It does not excuse her bad behavior with the whole wives. It really does not. But I can see why she is kind of heartbroken. It seems like maybe she is really crying. Maybe that's because
she really is crying. This woman is crying. But you know what I was thinking when she said she feels tricked? Remember, she was trying to ask Mary, did I really see a unified family?
Oh, I thought she was doing
so I thought she was trying to blame yet again the sister wives and Kody collectively for tricking her. But you raise a valid point. What if it's Kody she's thinking tricked her? Like, he wanted her to himself, but brought her in because he knew she wanted polygamy, only to live this monogamous life with
plural
her,
monogamy,
and use the other wives' resources so he can portray himself as this wealthy man to the woman he really wants, the kind of woman he really wants, someone who's younger, right?
Yeah.
And all the while allowing these other wives, not even allowing them, but being so awful to them that they have no choice but to kind of relegate themselves to what the relationship that him and Mary have, right, where they don't have any intimacy anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now she's thinking like, wait, and she said, I never signed up for polygamy. I love him, but this is not what I signed up for. I didn't sign up for monogamy.
Maybe Robyn is really one of those women who really just, there's some women who just can't be like a full-time mom. Maybe she's just one of those, like a full-time wife, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, they just kind of want to have a man or whatever, just to feel like a woman. Mm-hmm. And then also to kind of do that womanly thing, kind of like Janelle, right? But
to have a come up, as Peyton said, to have money, to pay her bills, to pay her debts, to give her assets. I think that's why she chose.
But maybe she really just does not want to be with a man full time.
She also doesn't want to be with a man full time.
But that might be it's just like, you say you want you don't want monogamy, but you have been operating as a monogamist in this plural family. So I'm just like, can I really empathize? Like, I'm a little pulled in just by her saying that Kody tricked her, because I do feel like maybe he has tricked her to some extent. Maybe he knew all along that she didn't want monogamy, but he has been systematically, subconsciously pushing the other wives away so that he could be with just Robyn all this time. Like, I feel like I say maybe she has a point. I know you're gonna be like, what the hell are you talking about, Mary? You agreeing with her?
But at the same time, she has not worked for the porch life. She hasn't brought herself out to the family. Like Janelle was saying, this is a woman who you didn't hang out with a family. You had your own nanny. Just something basic as what a lot of women say the plus of the polygamous family is you have that ready-made babysitter.
Yeah.
And even Christine told her she was upset about the fact that she went and got a nanny.
Well, she said
she's right there.
Well, she said a sister wife is somebody who takes care of your kids. Like, that's one of the major factors. And Absolutely. She said that when she got a nanny, she just drew a line in the sand.
Yeah.
Because Christine was great with kids. Yeah. So it's kind of like an insult.
And she was a teacher also. So it's like, but you didn't want that. You wanted my own family structure here. So if she never really made that sacrifice
No.
with the other wives and try to kind of like come into the family with your children. You didn't do that, you know? And now you want to cry. It's like kind of crying over spilled milk. Like the damage has already been done.
Yeah.
You just did not expect these strong women to move on.
Yeah, very true.
You did not expect that. I don't know who your mother's sister wife was, but not these women. These women are like, no, we don't think so.
Yeah.
Like these are strong women. I mean, Kody always said that.
Yeah.
You know, so, and he was fine with it because it's like, okay, all of us, the leadership is spread among all of us.
Right.
It's not really a patriarchy. It's not just a matriarchy, but we are all in this together. We're like a team.
Right.
And that worked for them.
Right.
And then you have Robyn, and all of a sudden you want to act like you're the big man in town, as if you're not taking these women's money.
Yeah.
And in order for you to even be the big man in town.
Yeah, just like the punk in town. But the thing is, like we were saying in the live or whatever, we were also saying that,
Whoa.
Kody had these strong women. He is a man who actually needs a strong woman, to take the reins.
Yeah.
Because he is not really fit for this life. That's just who he is. There are just some men. I remember there was some movie where you were talking about this. It was a particular religious group.
Okay.
And this man, he wanted just this type of woman who was in this religion because he's like, she's going to do everything for me. I don't have to worry about nothing or whatever.
Yes, I remember that.
And he said, that's what I want.
And he was fine with that. That's exactly what he wanted.
Yeah, he said, I want the woman to tell me what to do. I want her to boss me around. I want her to organize my life. I want her to keep me in line. That's what I want.
And even though his friends were horrified, he was like, I don't care what you say.
I don't want no
I
other
know
type of
the kind of woman I am looking for. And that's the kind of woman I'm looking for, yes.
So with Kody, I feel like with him, that's who he is. And I feel like he is comfortable in that.
He's comfortable with that skin.
But on the other hand, because he has these daddy issues, he wants to feel like the macho man, like he has everything in line. He gravitated to a woman like Robyn, who kind of puts him in that position because that's who he innately wants to be, but that's not really who he is. Yeah. So that's why he kind of wanted Robyn to himself, because maybe he started feeling, when Robyn came around, maybe he started feeling emasculated by these strong women. Yeah. But there's no reason to feel emasculated, because there is nothing wrong with a man needing a woman who keeps his ass in line. There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with
that. But he just
and
didn't want to admit that, because he probably felt like a failure with his dad.
Exactly.
And he wanted to show him that
differently. Everybody presents differently. Everybody shows like, okay, maybe you're not a leader in this sense, right? Making decisions or whatever, but then you're a leader in another sense.
But I feel like he is. I mean, because if you
you were a good teammate. All the wives talked about that. Helping to get their kids ready for bed.
Right.
Playing with them, like roughhousing with them, that kind of thing. All the wives appreciated that part of you. You opened up a part of them, especially like with Janelle, that playful side. Yeah. You opened up that part of them.
Right.
Mary was kind of shy also in the beginning. So you opened up that, bubbly side of her. Yeah. So it's like, it's not as if you didn't come with some good things. Like,
yeah, he did.
I don't know, masculinity I don't think shows up. I think it shows up in different ways. Just like femininity shows up in different ways too.
Absolutely.
And all men are not going to be the same. There has to be some followers. Not all the men in the world are leaders, Yeah. Most of them are following. Yeah. Are followers, and that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's what it is. I feel like maybe he did trick Robyn in because he wanted to be this macho man. He liked how that felt and all this stuff or whatever. But then, in essence, Robyn, you made this man do something that he really should have never done. He became somebody that he wasn't. And then he started mistreating his family. Yeah. And now you're talking about how you feel tricked. Well, you tricked this man into being an a-hole and distancing himself from his family. Yeah. And now when you decide to leave him, and he is in a box, he is naked in a box on the street corner with no funds, you're not going to really care. No. So I feel like it's karma. Yeah. Sorry, it's karma.
And then the other thing too, you say that you don't want monogamy,
but you've been operating like that.
And why didn't you tell him, hey, you know something? I don't want monogamy. Like, you have been here for 2 days, and you are not going to be here for 2 more days. You have to go see Janelle 2 days. You got to go see Christine 2 days. You got to go see Mary 1 day. Your 2 days are up, buddy. Out the door. I don't want monogamy. Why didn't you do that?
Well, my thing is also I really want to kind of figure out what the hell is going on, Robyn, like why she is the way she is. But I also feel like maybe the reason why she was doing that, and don't come for me, but I feel like maybe the reason why she was doing that was because she wanted like a present father or whatever, but she couldn't balance having the man go to other homes. Maybe she felt like if he wasn't there with her 24/7, they didn't have this whole honeymoon thing, he wouldn't do right by her. So she demanded him to be there 24/7 maybe, and she just didn't know how to balance it. So in essence, she ended up operating as a monogamist instead of as a polygamist, because she was afraid maybe he wouldn't do right by her or whatever.
Right. Gotcha.
So she felt like she had to operate like this, like her mom had operated or whatever. It still does not excuse her behavior, because she can do some really manipulative, snakish stuff. But I'm just thinking maybe y'all let me know if y'all agree or not.
Yeah,
or if I have a point.
You have a point, and I think that Robyn is not very self-aware.
Yeah, I don't think so. Just like Kody, they're one and the same.
Yeah, and she might not even understand that she's trying to live a life that she saw. Maybe she felt that's the only way she could be in polygamy. Yeah. Maybe that's how she thought she had to be. Yeah, I mean, we become kind of who we've seen. Yeah. Except if we've been through some therapy or we've done some healing work.
Yeah, we become self-aware. Her and Kody are not self-aware human beings at all. And that's the issue. I feel like the biggest if you're looking to get married, if you get with somebody and they're not self-aware, the marriage ain't gonna work. Because listen, you could be with somebody who will call you out, who will point out your flaws or whatever, or somebody who will help you grow. But if you're not able to look yourself in the mirror and self-evaluate, and you're not, because even your kids are going to call you out. Sometimes your kids are going to be like, well, Dad, you did this, well, Mom, you did this, and I don't like how you do that. If you can't be, I feel like the biggest thing, if you can't be self-aware, there's no way in hell a marriage or you being a parent is going to work. That's the biggest thing. I think human beings, we all have to be able to be self-aware. We have to be able to self-evaluate. We have to be able to grow. Yeah,
and I feel as though Robyn caught Kody at a time in his life when
things were on the downhill.
The children were getting older. They were getting into their young adulthood,
and he's insecure.
They had started to question him, and so, or maybe question his authority, and so it's like Robyn coming in and then beginning to make those comments, and some of those comments, which I know she had to have made, they are being disrespectful to you. They are not treating you as a leader. I treat you as a leader here. I don't know why Christine expects you to go watch the children for her. That's why I go and get a nanny. I am sure she made those comments to Kody, and so now he goes to Christine like, well, I can't come and look after the kids, even though you're out after watching them at home and homeschooling them. Even though you've done all that and you're now working at night and you're pregnant, I still can't walk down the street for less than half a mile to go tuck these kids in and make sure that they're in bed. Those kinds of things. And if she really I think she just came at a time in Kody's life that a lot of things were happening with the family. The dynamics were changing.
I wanted to also make this point though quickly. I also feel like she kind of fed into this thing because one, Kody is insecure. We all know that. And I feel like sometimes when you are insecure and a child comes and questions you, you get triggered. You could get very triggered very easily because you're like, how are you questioning me? But also sometimes you may feel like maybe there's a little truth to it. They're challenging you.
Or disrespecting you or something.
Because I feel like when you're kind of secure in yourself, especially like as a parent or whatever, you don't get upset if your child comes to you or whatever. You listen. Yeah. If you disagree, you let them know and you tell them why. But if you agree, you'll be like, well, I understand. But with him, it's like automatic. Before you even say anything, it's a trigger. But Robyn saw that. And what she did was she fed into that ego and that insecurity. So she was like, your kids being disrespectful to you, it is because they're like this or they're to blame, they're to fault. But it's really just growing up. It's just a natural evolution of life.
It is.
But she fed onto that. And that's why, because she knows that, she has made sure to keep her kids in line. And don't question him, don't do any of that stuff or whatever, stay in line, because you see how he will go and react with the other kids.
And then tell him though that this is what she's doing with her kids. so that he can feel like, oh, look at that, she's doing something different, whereas the other wives are not doing it.
No, but also goes to show that, hey, these kids, they listen to me, they respect my authority. Mm-hmm. So it's those kids that have the issue.
Yes.
It's not me.
Yes.
So that's how that whole thing comes about.
Yes.
I'm so happy you watched this episode. We did live on it because it's like I'm getting the pieces of the puzzle to Robyn and Kody's twisted story. But y'all let us know, do you guys agree? Like, did we make some good valid points? I felt like we made some valid points because I did not even think about that.
Yeah.
But Lord have mercy.
Cody a trick. Oh,
Lord have mercy. You tricked that man
is
also.
Getting ready to throw him under the bus.
Well, she also she got some karma coming her way. That's why this is happening to you, honey. You know what I'm saying? But y'all, it is Mary on this fine Saturday coming to you guys. And we hope you guys like,
subscribe,
and comment down below. And do not forget to sign up to our Patreon to see the full live that we did today talking about the Sister Wives season 18 episode 7.
Yes.
And join us Sunday for the live reaction watch party.
God
Bye.
bless.